Hare Krishna, everyone.
Mataji.
Welcome to our Srimad Bhagavatam class, which is today going to be on the topic Purushottam Maas, which is starting tomorrow, 18th July. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathanvitam Tam Sujeevam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Vivi Govinda Swaminiti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Nivadi Paschate Desh Tarini Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrind की जय सभी उपस्थित भक्तों की जय. So I was listening to a lecture by His Holiness Bhakti Ashray Vaishnav Swami Maharaj, and he gave this class on Purushottam Maas 3 days back. So some very nice important points from that I'll try to share, and then we'll do the PPT on Purushottam Maas. So usually Purushottam Maas comes in Ashar. Can we have the cameras on, please? Hare Krishna Vinti, welcome. I just saw Meena also.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. ये हम PPT बाद में देखेंगे. PPT से related I have to, we will do that later. So usually Purushottam Maas आषाढ़ के महीने में आता है. And in Ashad, in this Purushottam Maas only, does the Vigraha, Daru Brahman of Jagannath in Puri changes. वो Purushottam Maas में change करते हैं. कितने भी साल के बाद वो आए, चाहे 3, 4 साल, 4 साल, 5 साल, कभी भी जब भी Purushottam Maas आए, his body changes. They give him a new body during this Maas only. So what does he do during this month? He withdraws his hands and legs and he just sits there. And he says that in this month, I'm just going to give everybody unconditional mercy. So Maharaj says in a very nice way, he says, उनके radar के सामने जो भी आएगा, वो उसका वही operation कर देंगे. He is going to operate on his heart and convert him to a devotee. That's the importance of Purushottam Maas. That this is how Lord Jagannath gives his mercy in this extra month, which comes every 3 years, minimum every 3 years. Zyada bhi ho sakta hai. But this time, Purushottam Maas is coming in Shravan. And this doesn't happen every time. So, Shravan is the month of किनकी उपासना होती है श्रावण में? शिव जी. So, कांवड़ी आप देख रहे हो शुरू हो गए हैं. And उनकी उपासना होती है. इसलिए जब पुरुषोत्तम मास श्रावण के साथ कोइंसाइड होता है, it is called the Harihar month. Hari and Hara. Hara is Mahadev, Har Mahadev, and Harihar. So you will see Vishnu, the deity, half Vishnu, half Shiv. एक हाथ में तुलसी, एक हाथ में बेलपत्र. एक हाथ में बंसरी, एक हाथ में डमरू. And Harihar deities, as Harihar, this Purushottam Maas is celebrated. So, what is special is that Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, out of all the devotees of Krishna, the topmost and the most supreme devotee is Lord Shiva. But Lord Shiva, he says, हम लोग तो एक 16 माला करने के लिए भी हमसे 1.5-2 घंटे एक जगह पे बैठा नहीं जाता. 15-20 मिनट में हमें उठना पड़ता है. थोड़ा यहाँ चले, वहां चले, फोन चेक करें, बाथरूम हुआ है, रसोई का चक्कर काटा है ना. बट शिवजी ऐसे भक्त नहीं है. शिवजी जब एक बार बैठते हैं, कृष्ण के ऊपर मेडिटेशन करने के लिए, उन पे ध्यान लगाने के लिए. He sat for 88,000 years meditating on Lord Vishnu. एंड पार्वती जी वेट कर रही हैं, अब आएंगे अब आएंगे, अब ब्रेकफास्ट बनाओ कि लंच बनाओ कि डिनर बनाओ, और ऐसे करते करते 88,000 years निकल गए. At the end of which Krishna appears, and every time he has been praying and praying and praying and requesting Krishna that please accept me as your servant. He says, no, 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 you are my friend. He says, no, please accept me as your servant. No, 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 you are my friend. You are like, my peer, my counterpart. So, जैसे मैं वैसे तुम. He says, नहीं, लेकिन मुझे आपका दास बनना है. He says, नहीं, नहीं, नहीं. तो वो थक गए और वो तंग आ गए. And so he sat down for 88,000 years. और कृष्ण को प्रकट होना पड़ा. He says, but मांगो, क्या मांगते हो? Now, कृष्ण भक्त बड़ो चतुर है ना. कृष्ण भक्त की सबसे बड़ी indication क्या है? That they are very intelligent, more intelligent than the ordinary people. Of course, there is no shortage of intelligent people, but Krishna bhaktas are more intelligent. So, because they have spiritual intelligence. By more intelligent, we mean they have their spiritual quotient is higher. So they immediately जब कृष्ण प्रकट हुए तो you can't even guess शिव जी ने उनसे क्या मांगा. शिव जी ने कहा कि I want to be greater than you. So he said, okay, तथास्तु. और वहां जितने भी उपस्थित भक्त थे, everybody was like, ये क्या मांगने की बात थी, और वो भी शिव जी का कैलिबर है ना, जो परम भक्त है. He says, I want to be known as greater than you in this material world because he is the presiding deity of Tamogun. So he said, तो सब लोग कह रहे हैं कि इसके पीछे भी कोई राज है, कोई रहस्य है, हमें समझ नहीं आ रहा है. Only he can enlighten us. बहुत पूछते हैं. He doesn't say anything. He says, बस I want to be greater than him, और उन्होंने मुझे grant कर दिया, so I'm greater. तो फिर जब वो बहुत रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं तो फाइनली ही consents and he says that देखिए कृष्ण ने खुद ही डिक्लेयर किया है even in the Bhagavad Gita that I am the supreme, there is nobody greater than me. है ना, अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रभव. There is nobody can be greater than me, क्योंकि मैं ही हर चीज का सोर्स हूँ. तो मुझे कोई कैसे क्रॉस कर लेगा? My parents also come from me, my elder brother also comes from me, everybody comes from me. So there is no way that you can be greater than. But जब मेरे अपने भक्त, जब मेरे अनन्य भक्त, when they surrender to my lotus feet and they love me more than themselves, then I immediately become their das. There I surrender. वहां पे मेरी सुप्रीमेसी नहीं चलती और मैं उनके अंडर आ जाता हूँ. तो मैं उनके श्राप भी लेता हूँ, मैं उनकी डांट भी खाता हूँ, मैं सब कुछ, there I am no more the supreme, they are the supreme. So he says, automatically, the moment I asked him that I want to be greater than you, जैसे ही उन्होंने मुझे greater than him बना दिया, immediately मैं उनका दास बन गया. Greater मतलब वो मेरे से लोअर बन गए, और वो किससे लोअर होते हैं? भक्तों से. Immediately मैं भक्त बन गया. Just see his brilliance, क्योंकि कृष्ण willingly surrenders and comes under the control of his devotees. So इसलिए मैंने उनसे मांगा कि मुझे finally आप मेरे से. And he knew, Krishna knew, he is lying in the heart of everyone. So he knew कि इसके पीछे उनकी consciousness क्या है, उनका main purpose क्या है. Therefore, smilingly and laughingly, he finally grants him. Okay, tathastu. But by this also, Shiva won, because he said that now that I am greater, this means you have become lower than me. You have become my das. This means now I have become Dasanudas. I have finally become, you have accepted me finally as your das, not as your equal and not as your peer. I don't want to be your equal and your peer, your friend. I want to, have, this bhakti as your devotee and as your servant. So, a similar thing happens. This happened, of course, in Satyug. लेकिन कलयुग में we all know कि चैतन्य महाप्रभु कैसे आए. अद्वैत आचार्य, who is none other than Shiva. He is Mahavishnu. महाविष्णु का अवतार ही अद्वैत आचार्य हैं. So, Mahavishnu and Sadashiv. combined together comes as Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya ने ही पूजा कर करके गंगा जल और तुलसी पत्र ऑफर करके अपने शालिग्राम शिला को रिक्वेस्ट किया that you please appear in Kalyug. You have to appear in Kalyug because people are very down, in a pathetic situation, and everywhere मायावाद फैल रहा है. और slowly nothing will be left of worship of your lotus feet and your vigraha. So बहुत serious condition, और he was compelled. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna was compelled to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only because of the strength of devotion of and the prayers of Advaita Acharya. अब जैसे Advaita, and he came as Gupta Avatar. Matlab, he never declared that I am the Lord, and he detested anybody praying to him. Nobody did that also. And everybody just prayed to him, or they interacted with him as if he's a devotee of the Lord. But Advaita Acharya, the one and only, because he is Sadashiv and he is Shiva, वो जब भी महाप्रभु को मिलते थे इतनी बड़ी आरती की थाली लेकर आते थे, ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक उनकी आरती करते थे, saying you are महाविष्णु, you are Krishna, you are God, and he had to accept. वो खड़े हुए हैं, unwillingly खड़े हुए हैं, and इन्होंने ही बुलाया है, उनके कहने पर ही वो आए हैं, लेकिन वो फिर भी उनकी आरती ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक कर रहे हैं, और वो he is unwillingly accepting that आरती. और फिर जब उनकी आरती खत्म हो जाती थी और बड़ी बड़ी जोर जोर से स्तुतियां करते थे, उनके लिए श्लोक बोलते थे उनका गुणगान करने के लिए, फिर चैतन्य महाप्रभु वही थाली लेकर अद्वैत आचार्य की आरती कर रहे हैं. You are also Shiva, you are the great Shiva, you are my, as great as me, and वो उनकी. तो ये हर बार प्रभु महाराज से इज वेरी नाइस, ये ड्रामा चलता था हर बार, जब भी वो मिलते थे ड्रामा चलता था. वो इनकी पूजा कर रहे हैं, वो उनकी पूजा कर रहे हैं, बाकी सब देख रहे हैं ये क्या चल रहा है. So Advaita Acharya, again he has the mood of Shiva. Accept me as your das. You are my master. I am your servant. I don't want to be your equal. मैं आपकी पूजा करूँ, आप मेरी पूजा क्यों कर रहे हो? You accept me as your das. वो नहीं मान रहे, वो भी इनकी पूजा किए जा रहे. So again, कृष्ण भक्त होए बड़ो चतुर. इन्होंने क्या किया? One time he left his hermitage. वहां जाके उन्होंने अपना एक गुरुकुल स्थापित किया. वहां पे अद्वैतवाद प्रीच करना शुरू कर दिया. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. Bhagavan is Shunya, everything merges into him. There is no God, he doesn't have a form. Bilkul opposite to Vaishnavism. He started preaching Mayavad philosophy. और बड़ी जोर जोर से preach करना शुरू हो गए, इतने सारे students इकट्ठे हो गए, and slowly word reached the ears of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got so angry. How dare, he says, Advait, जिसने मुझे बुलाया कि यहाँ आके प्रचार करो पर्सनलिज्म का, और खुद जाके वहां मायावाद. तो उन्होंने न लेफ्ट देखा न राइट. He jumped into the Ganga straight away, swam across, went to where he is sitting, where Advaita Acharya is sitting. वो जोर जोर से वो श्लोक, शंकराचार्य के श्लोक पढ़ रहे हैं और सबको रटा रहे हैं और गिरा रहे हैं. और वहां भरी सभा में सारे स्टूडेंट्स के सामने पहुंचे, स्टेज पर पहुंचे, व्यासासन पर पहुंच के वहां चढ़कर दाढ़ी से पकड़ के उनको नीचे फेंका, सीट से खींचकर, threw him down and slapped him 3-4 times, and everybody is shocked. हमारे टीचर को ये निमाय पंडित, what is he doing? ये हमारे टीचर को इन्होंने ऐसे कैसे किया, अद्वैत को. And what is Advaita Acharya doing? जैसे ही उन्होंने मार खाई और नीचे गिरे हुए, immediately he roared and jumped into the air and started dancing. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. And Jai Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. He started singing, and everybody is like, what's wrong with you? You have just been insulted in front of your whole group of students, and somebody has slapped you, and you have started singing his glories, and you are happy. इसमें celebrate करने वाली क्या बात है? He says, can't you see? Finally, he is acting as my master, and he has accepted me as a servant. Only a master can take this role of slapping his servant and correcting him and saying that this is not right. Otherwise, जो equal होगा वो थोड़ी ऐसे करेगा, request करेगा, प्यार से समझाएगा. दोस्त दोस्त के साथ थोड़ी कर सकता है ये. Parents बच्चों के साथ ये कर सकते हैं, master शिष्य के साथ ये कर सकता है, isn't it? Because I have won, he has finally accepted me as his servant, I am his servant and he is my master. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he also started smiling and laughing. Again you win. Okay, Shiva, again you win. So this is the importance of Purushottam Maas, where he says that I don't look at any fault, I don't look at any wrongdoing, any sinful activity, whatever you do in Purushottam Maas, I give you 1,000% return of that. So devotees wait for Purushottam Maas to take up some vrata, which they do diligently. And whoever performs this vrat, जिस भी चीज का वो संकल्प लेते हैं, छोटे से छोटा भी हो, Krishna is bound to take them back home, back to Godhead. It is such an important month that इसमें कोई negative marking नहीं है. Absolutely no, you don't get any sinful reaction at all. There is no karma only. Whatever karma you do is akaram. पुरुषोत्तम मास की सबसे बड़ी खासियत ये है कि इसमें ना कोई अकर्म है, ना कोई विकर्म है, ना कोई सकर्म है, ना विकर्म है. इसमें सिर्फ अकर्म है. कोई भी कर्म आप करिए, you will not get the reaction for that. So usually the way it is calculated is sun ki cycle, the rotation of the sun. It's the sun around the earth, right? Or is it the earth around the sun?
Earth around the sun. Earth
Okay.
around.
So the earth revolves around the sun in 365 days. Similarly, the earth revolves around the moon, or the moon revolves around the earth, whatever it is, in 354 days, 11 months, and a few days. So the cycle of the revolution of the moon is a little shorter, 10 days shorter than the cycle of the revolution of the sun. 365 days and 354 days, 11 months, few days. So जब ये calculate करते हैं per month ये 10 days short हो रहा है. So at the end of 3 years एक पूरा महीना short हो जाता है. So then to adjust that cycle, this extra month is added. And this is the most accurate calculation. The Gregorian calendar is not so accurate. The British calendar, the way they calculate is very less accurate compared to the Panchang that was followed by Vedic India. It is very close to the situation of the planetary systems over the earth. That is why they are able to predict very, very closely कब solar eclipse आएगा, कब lunar eclipse आएगा. Because of their calculation, they follow both the lunar and the solar revolutions. So this is how the ये क्या करते हैं, लीप ईयर हर महीने, हर साल में फरवरी में एक दिन ऐड कर देते हैं. कभी फरवरी 28 डेज का होता है, कभी 29 डेज का होता है, और हर मंथ एक 30, 31 डेज का. So they keep correcting every month. That's not very accurate. The Hindu calendar calculates where every 3 years only they collectively add 1 month. That's more accurate instead of doing it regularly. So this is how Purushottam Maas appears, comes to be. So हमारी वो cycle जो है planetary systems का calculation becomes complete. It's accurate. This is how Purushottam Maas is calculated, or this is how it appears. So let's see the PowerPoint presentation about practically how you need to celebrate this month and take maximum advantage. Consider the Purushottam Maas as a very big visa or a ticket, a special ticket that has been given to you. So how you would take maximum advantage of that? Because one, it does not come every year, and two, we have very limited Purushottam Masas in our life. So how to take maximum benefit, not waste the opportunity, and protect ourselves from the greatest danger. Are you having some trouble, Vinita Uma?
Mataji, can you see the screen? Mataji, you are muted.
No, not yet. पहले जब आपने किया था तब दिख रही थी.
अब दिख रही है.
इस समय नहीं दिख रही.
Now, Mataji,
No, not yet.
1 minute. Now,
हाँ,
Mataji,
अब दिख रही है. Yes, आप स्क्रीन इसको enlarge कर लीजिए. मतलब full screen कर
full है
लीजिए.
Mataji, full screen है.
ठीक है. So can we see the first slide? Next slide.
Yes. This Mataji,
नहीं दिख रहा. ISKCON congregation यही दिख रहा है.
मैंने तो next कर दिया. नहीं आपको दिख रहा? The glories of merciful Purushottam. आप शायद म्यूट हो गए माताजी.
Oh, why am I getting muted? नहीं दिख रहा. Maybe
नहीं, we
I'm
know. No, only that is the ISKCON congregation. ही दिख रही है बात.
1 minute.
आपको भी नहीं दिख रहा?
विनीता महोदय ये स्क्रीनशॉट है क्योंकि स्क्रीनशॉट में वी कैन सी माता जी स्मॉल फोटो इज देयर.
Yes. बार वही आ रहा है वीनू.
हाँ 1 minute, 1 minute. मैं दोबारा से इसको करती हूँ. आप माताजी?
हाँ दिख रहा है. Is this the first Malmas or Monarch?
Yes माताजी. This is the glories of merciful Purushottam month. Then this is third page.
ठीक है. So this month is an unusual one because it does not come every year, and every 3 years or so the extra or leap month of Purushottam Maas occurs. Therefore it is called Adhik Maas or Adhi Maas. And again this is Purushottam, matlab jaise Ekadashi is Madhav Tithi, similarly this month is also Purushottam Maas, the month of Lord Krishna. So the performance of spiritual activities is extremely potent. And the glories of this month are described in Skand Puran, Padma Puran, Naradiya Puran. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has also described the glories of this month. Chala gaya, Vinita Uma.
चला गया माताजी. मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं करा.
है तो दिख तो रहा है. हाँ है.
हाँ
However, this month was not always considered auspicious.
Okay, please read because I can't see it.
Okay. However, this month was not always considered auspicious. The history and glories of Purushottam month are described in the 31st chapter of the Naradiya Puran, and there it is explained that Purushottam month used to be known as Mal Maas or the impure month, because no holy days occur during this irregular month. The people of the world used to consider it to be useless and inauspicious. The personification of this month was set by this. मेरे इसमें भी अभी बस इतना ही देख.
Next slide. Screen dark नहीं हो गई?
माताजी ये फॉर्मेट ऐसा ही है जो आपने भेजा है ना, वो यही है ऐसे.
नहीं. By dark I mean it's blank for me. I cannot see anything.
नहीं, but we can see. है ना अंजलि? दिख रहा है ना?
हाँ.
हाँ ये दिख रहा है ये वाला.
तो आप next slide लेकर आइए फिर.
नेक्स्ट आ गई माताजी. मल मास और मोनार्श मास.
यही तो I was reading. Mal Maas or Monarch Maas. I was reading this slide only.
No. This is different now. The Lord stated, just as I am celebrated in this month, in this world, by the name Purushottam, similarly, this Adi Maas too will be renowned in the world by the name Purushottam. Now I offer all my qualities to this month, becoming like me from today onwards. This Adi Maas is the monarch of all the other months and is the most worshipable and most adored in the world.
अंजलि आपने यही पढ़ा अभी?
नहीं
नहीं नहीं
नहीं,
ये उसके आगे है जो कि मेरे इसमें नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ, वो आगे वाला मेरे में भी नहीं आ रहा.
अब
नहीं
नहीं, अभी वो गोल घूम ही रहा है वैसे.
हाँ जी.
अभी भी नहीं आया. मेरे को तो दिख रहा है अभी भी नहीं आया.
नहीं
तो एक काम करते हैं, नहीं आ रहा है, चेंज नहीं हो रही.
आप मुझे एक मिनट होस्ट बना के देखो. आई विल ट्राई. मैं ट्राई करके देखो.
ये ना इसके अंदर है, व्हाट्सएप पे है. एक बार आप अच्छा मैं
एक मिनट आप बताना मुझे.
पोस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ऐसे शेयर कर लेंगे.
पोस्ट की जरूरत नहीं, आप शेयर कर सकते हो.
ऐसे ही कहाँ से इसमें व्हाट्सएप कैसे जाना है? एक मिनट कोई देख.
मेरे से क्यों नहीं हो रहा है?
मुझे नहीं पता, देखना पड़ेगा.
एक बार दोबारा आप करके देखो. एक्चुअली लैपटॉप से हो जाता है, ये आईपैड है ना, वो स्लो है मेरा थोड़ा सा.
यस नहीं हो रहा है. मेरे से भी नहीं हो रहा.
नहीं और
नहीं.
या तो ये हम अपने व्हाट्सएप पे खोल के पीपीटी पढ़ लेते हैं.
तो व्हाट्सएप पे है क्या
हाँ, ये ग्रुप में डाला है ना
अभी?
अच्छा, माता जी ने मुझे पर्सनल भेजा है.
कब डाला था?
हाँ,
हाँ, मुझे दिखा.
नहीं
में डाल
ग्रुप
देती
पे
ग्रुप में डाल देती हूँ. इसको खोलकर हम लोग पढ़ लेते हैं वन बाय वन ना. देखो
डाला खोले.
हाँ मैंने डाल दिया.
मीटिंग में भी हो
हाँ अब दिख रहा है.
हाँ, ग्रुप में आ गया ना.
सबको आ गया? सबने खोला?
मैंने तो उस पे डाल दिया ग्रुप में.
हाँ मैंने तो खोल दिया.
हाँ, दिख मुझे, मेरे पास भी आ गया. मैंने भी खोल लिया.
हेमा आपके पास?
हाँ मेरे पास भी आ गया.
तो रीड करूं पेज 2.
हाँ,
The
अच्छा,
Lord stated.
इसने शेयर कर दिया है.
हाँ, ये
है?
मैंने शेयर किया है.
हाँ, लैपटॉप से कर रहे हो ना
हाँ,
विनती?
मैं सिस्टम पे हूँ. हाँ,
हाँ, तभी हो रहा है
तो
सिस्टम.
फिर ये बंद करूं? वहीं से
हाँ।
पढ़ेंगे.
ठीक है. हाँ, स्क्रीन से पढ़ लेते
बट
क्या
ओके
स्क्रीन शॉट
नहीं कर देते. स्क्रीन लार्ज हो जाएगी विनती.
हाँ, मैं कर
स्क्रीन शॉट स्लाइड
वो कर लो.
आ रहे, नजर आ रहे.
हाँ
हाँ हाँ हाँ हाँ.
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
थैंक यू विनती.
वेलकम माता.
Thank you so much, Binti, for making it so easy for all of us.
Yes, thank you.
वेलकम, माय प्लेजर.
पढ़े?
हाँ माता जी, आई थिंक
Yes.
नहीं है क्या?
वो लास्ट पिछले वाला पढ़ लेते हैं ना, जो हम एक बार दोबारा पढ़ लेते हैं. इतने माता जी आ जाएंगे.
ये वाला.
हाँ.
Yes.
ओके. मल मास और मोनार्क मास. This month is an unusual one, for it does not come every year. Every 3 years or so, the extra or the leap month of Purushottam occurs. This month is also known as Adhik Maas or Adhimas. This month is especially dear to Lord Krishna, and the performance of spiritual activities during this month is extra potent. The glories of this month are described in the Skanda Puran, the Padma Puran, and the Naridya Puran. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has also described the glories of this month. However, this month was not always considered auspicious. The history and glories of Purushottam Maas described in the are described in the ये ऐसा क्यों कवर हो रहा है बार बार?
हमें
You
तो
are
ठीक आ
muted.
नहीं ठीक आ रहा है.
अभी
आप-
नीचे से ब्लैक हो गया, या तो मैं उसमें खोल
नीचे
रही
वाला
हूँ.
नहीं दिख रहा.
हाँ, नीचे वाला नहीं दिख रहा है. मैं व्हाट्सएप पे खोल दूं फिर?
जी, ऐसा ही करिए.
ना हमारे
ओके, लेट मी
अब आ
जस्ट.
रहा है. अब आया है विनीता. नहीं, अब नहीं आ रहा विनीता उमा. पहले जो आपने कुछ किया था तब आ रहा था.
नहीं, ये विनती चला रही है, लेकिन मुझे तो ठीक दिख रहा है बिल्कुल एकदम.
मैं फर्स्ट स्लाइड पे ही रहना है ना अभी.
हाँ,
हाँ, तो अभी पढ़ें.
However, ये however this month was always not considered auspicious पे आ गए थे ना.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, एक मिनट.
जो
The
नहीं
his-
जो नहीं
However,
पढ़ दूंगी.
this
जो
month was not. However, this month was not always considered auspicious. The history and glories of Purushottam month are described in the 31st chapter of the Naridya Puran, and there it is explained that Purushottam month used to be known as Mal Maas or the impure month, because no holy days occur during this irregular month. The people of the world used to consider it to be useless and inauspicious. The personification of this month was upset by this. She went to the Lord to explain her difficult situation to him. फिर एक लाइन कट रही है and
वाली तो मुझे भी नहीं.
okay,
Lord to
फिर the Lord stated, next page. Just as I am celebrated in this world by the name Purushottam, similarly this Adhimas too will be renowned in the world by the name Purushottam. Now I offer all my qualities to this month. Becoming like me from today onwards, this Adhimas is the monarch of all the other months, and it is the most worshipable and most adored in the world. All other months are sakama, that is, they will grant worldly desires. This month, how sakam, oh, they will grant worldly desires. This month, however, is nishkam. Those who worship this month either without any desires, that is akam, or with all types of desires, will have all their kams burnt. Then they will achieve me. My bhaktas sometimes commit offenses, but in this Purushottam month, they will be protected from committing any offense. In this Adhimas, those greatly foolish persons who neglect to perform auspicious activities such as japa, giving in charity, visiting and bathing at the holy places, and who are envious of the Dvijas, Brahmanas, are deemed wicked, unfortunate, and living at the cost of others. Thus, they will not attain a cent of happiness even in their dreams. Conversely, those who are filled with bhakti will take advantage of this Purushottam month to perform a karma to me. After enjoying worldly happiness such as wealth, sons, and so on, they will eventually attain residence in Goloka.
Joy, any questions? Okay, benefits of observing Purushottam Maas. Next slide.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Benefits of observing Purushottam month. Merciful Purushottam month acts like a desire tree to fulfill a devotee's desire. The sages of Naimisaranya.
So this statement comes from all those sages are Naimisharanya who had gathered for what? Naimisharanya pe sare
To
bhakt.
They
to
were
hear
asking.
to hear Bhagavatam.
सुखदेव गोस्वामी से वो भागवतम सुन रहे थे। परीक्षित महाराज, सुखदेव गोस्वामी परीक्षित महाराज जी को भागवतम सुना रहे थे।
So पहले ये सारे जो संत हैं ये वहां इकट्ठे हुए थे to perform 1000 साल का यज्ञ for the benefit of all the people who are going to suffer in Kalyug. ये कलयुग आने वाला है, लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा प्रताड़ना सहन करने पड़ेगी, तो उनके उद्धार के लिए हम सारे संत उस समय दुनिया भर के जितने भी थे भारतवर्ष के इकट्ठे होकर 1000 साल तपस्या व यज्ञ करने की उन्होंने ठानी. Just see, you know, the consciousness of people at that time, that they used to pray for the general benefit of mankind. Can we even think or imagine of such a thing right now happening? Everybody is busy doing it for themselves, their family, their dynasty, but they used to do it in anticipation, in advance. उसके लिए इकट्ठे हुए थे. तो वो नैमिषारण्य में जो इकट्ठे हुए हैं सारे संत, they were headed, उनमें जो मेन थे ऋषि, he was शौनक ऋषि. तभी वो कहा जाता है उसमें भागवत में शौनक आदि ऋषि, मतलब all the rishis led by शौनक ऋषि. So the statement is given even there by them. This is at towards the end of Dwapar, that if they just observe Purushottam Maas, they will be freed of all the reactions of sinful activities. Next. Who wants to read?
Who wants to read?
We are 3, 4, 5, 6 people. सब एक बार पढ़ लीजिए.
Just by bathing in a holy river during Purushottam month, the glory of all other months is not equal to 1/16 of the glory of Purushottam month. By bathing in a holy place, giving charity and chanting the holy name Krishna during Purushottam month, all miseries are destroyed. One attains all kinds of perfection and fulfills all his desires. Durvasa Muni. Hare Krishna.
So the statement is by Durvasa Muni. So if bathing in any holy river की बहुत महिमा है during this month, or if you have Ganga Jal at home and you just chant Ganga mantra before you take your bath, it is equal to taking bath in the Ganga river. Just chant the Ganga mantra and invoke Mother Ganga to appear, and that water becomes a sanctified water. I'll share that mantra with you. Next slide.
Purushottam month pastime. Once, while the Pandavas were exiled, Lord Krishna went to visit them in the forest. Being pleased with their love and devotion, he narrated the history of Purushottam month. By the arrangement of the providence, an extra month came into this world. However, it was considered to be an extremely inauspicious time to perform any religious activities. The personality of this month, being so rejected by everyone, became grief-stricken and decided to approach the Lord to explain the sorrowful situation. It fell at the Lord's feet, lotus feet, saying, "My Lord, you are an ocean of mercy. I have no other shelter than you. Please protect me. Please show me your mercy." Saying these words, the extra month, Adhik Maas, began to cry and sat down before Supreme Lord in a dejected mood. The all-merciful Lord Krishna said, "Do not lament. I shall give you protection from all your miseries. Please stop crying. It is not proper to lament after taking shelter of my lotus feet. I shall make you just like me in quality, fame, opulence, realization, success, and in giving benediction to the devotees. This month will become equally potent to me. I am bestowing all my divine qualities in this abused month. Named after me, this month will be famous as Purushottam month in this world.
So this is Lord Krishna's statement in Padma Puran.
Padma.
This, how nice is this line? It is not proper to lament after taking shelter of my lotus feet. What does it mean? भगवान की शरण लेने के बाद फिर रुदन नहीं होना चाहिए. Unnecessary anxiety, crying should not happen. That's an offense to the Lord. के बाद जब आपने उनकी शरण ले ली है, then have faith, show some faith. Don't unnecessarily hanker after other solutions, isn't it? Okay, next. Who wants to read?
Mataji, shall I?
Yes, please.
How to observe Purushottam month. Wake up before sunrise and attend Mangala Aarti. Perform Tulsi Puja and Parikrama. Chant Japa, chant extra rounds, take Ganga bath, offer flowers to Lord Krishna, offering Tulsi Manjiris, participate in Sandhya or other artis, offering lamb, attend Srimad Bhagavatam class, read about Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and other books, participate in preaching programs, offering 1 to 16 items of worship, upacharas, attend or organize home programs, participate in Harinams, distribute books, perform Vaishnav Seva, perform temple Seva, attend, organize bhajans and sanghas.
So, क्या ख्याल है आप सबका?
Ataji, what is this offering 116 items of worship?
16 उपचार होते हैं ना जब हम अर्चना करते हैं भगवान की. डेटी वर्शिप में 16 उपचार होते हैं.
Okay.
16 items to be offered. So what does it mean? What have you understood from this list? ये सारी चीजें करनी है पुरुषोत्तम मास में?
Yes, Mataji. ये सारी
Anjali,
चीजें करनी.
Yeah, yes, Hema. Sorry, Hemangini.
नो माताजी, ये सारी चीजें करने का हमें जितना हमसे हो सके उतना प्रयास नहीं करना है, बट वी वांट टू डिटरमाइन टू डू दिस इन दिस ड्यूरिंग दिस 30 days.
बाकियों को क्या समझ में आया? अंजलि?
I mean, doing all of these things is mandatory, compulsory during Purushottam Maas, and that is how one must observe Purushottam Maas.
Okay, Vinita Amma?
जैसे माता जी ये मतलब जितना भी हम कर सकते हैं मैक्सिमम हमें अपनी सर्विसेज देनी है कृष्णा को इस मंथ में ना.
So how many of you are excited now after reading this list? Oh, from tomorrow Purushottam Mass is coming.
Immediately one thought come in my mind, Mataji, that this 29th Ekadashi is there, so I will request in temple to come to our place and do some bhajan.
Jai. Okay, so my honest feeling when I read the list, I was overwhelmed. It's too much. मैं नहीं कर सकती. मैं अपना बता रही हूँ. You know, and how will I even pass one full month with all these upchars? So the best way is to take a sankalpa of a few of these items, which you think is practical and doable given your family situation. Pick. आपको एक लिस्ट दी गई है ये, इसमें से आप चूज करिए और फिर वो 3 या 2 या 3 या जितनी भी आपने चीजें पिक की हैं उसको फिर आप 30 days religiously करिए. Take that sankalpa today. If you leave it loose, ठीक है लिस्ट है जितना हो पाएगा मैं करूंगी, that's like no responsibility. आज ये कर लिया, कल वो कर लिया, परसों कुछ और कर लिया, है ना? कोई whatever you pick, you do that all the 30 days of the Purushottam Maas. So pick something that you can do given your family situation, given the time you have on hand. Now do you think it's doable?
Yes,
Then there is
definitely.
enthusiasm. Then there is enthusiasm. Yes, tomorrow is Purushottam Maas. Let me do this. And you make that arrangement in your life from today. Plan. Whether it is your sleep time, your food, whatever you have to do, your socializing. Plan कि मुझे एक month में ये 2 या 1 या 3 या जितनी भी चीजें मुझे ये करनी है. And then do it religiously. And then see how all your personal challenges dissolve and melt as you get the mercy of the Lord. This is what I have understood from this. So make your sankalpa, write it down. That from tomorrow I'm going to do this, even if it's just one thing. But नियम की बहुत वैल्यू है कि अगर आपने एक भी चीज चूज की वो आपने पूरे महीने बिना नागा की. That's called commitment. And that's called determination. And that's also a form of surrender. Regardless of my personal situation and family situation, I'm going to do it. So pick and choose what you can do, because हर एक की family circumstances अलग है. ठीक है? Is that doable now? Because one has to, like I said, utsaha nishchayat dhairya. Without enthusiasm, you cannot achieve anything. है ना? You will have to drag yourself out of bed. अरे यार, पुरुषोत्तम मास है, कहाँ से आ गया, ये कर रहा है, वो कर रहा है. इस फीलिंग के साथ नहीं जाना है पुरुषोत्तम मास में. There should be, wow, I have Purushottam Maas. It's come after 3 months, 3 years. And I'm going to overcome this particular, challenge now, by this sankalpa that I'm taking. And then do it enthusiastically. With a lot of nishchayat, determination. And finally, dhairya, patience. Patiently wait for the results to come. Can we do it now?
Yes.
Yeah, then it's doable.
Yes.
Look, Krishna consciousness is very practical. It's very doable, and it is susukam kartum. It has to be happily done, not under stress and anxiety and duress. Okay? Yeah. Who wants to read? Do we read this list once again? Or shall we go to the next slide? Quickly.
Next slide, Mother. Next.
Okay, chaliye. Next slide. हेमा पढ़ रही थी ना? हेमा पढ़िए. हेमांगिनी.
Yes, Mataji. Bhakti Vinod Thakur performed the Nirapeksha Vrata, which means 30 days of concentrated one-pointed worship and service to Radha Govind by hearing, chanting, remembering their divine names, forms, qualities, pastimes, all day and night. Hear about Bhagwan Shri Krishna, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, take only Mahaprasad. Shri Bhakti Vinod Thakur recommends devotees to observe Purushottam month according to their individual capacity.
Jai, understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So, according to your individual capacity, that is what will make you enthusiastic and happy. So, it's very important to see your individual capacity, but do it. Comfort zone से बाहर तो आना ही पड़ेगा. Individual capacity को भी अगर consider करें तो भी, है ना? So be prepared to be a little out of comfort zone, and then do something, pick something that you will be able to do the whole month. Next slide.
Mataji, shall I continue?
Who wants to read?
Mataji, may I
Quickly. हाँ जी, please, बोलिए.
The special months, Purushottam, Vaishak and Damodar Kartik months are special occasions manifested particularly to give mercy to non-devotees. These items for honoring Purushottam month are directly taken from the Puranas and according to Srila Prabhupada's directives regarding attracting newcomers to Krishna consciousness, preaching, harinams, book distribution, etc. During this kind of special months, Srila Prabhupada explains the purpose of such months in a letter of H.H. Jayapataka Swami at the time of Brahmachari on January 30th, 1969.
Next slide, please.
Next slide. My dear Pataka, you have asked about the specialness of month of Kartika, and the answer is that it is a special inducement for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness to perform some devotional service. For persons who are doing nothing in Krishna consciousness, it is an indirect inducement to take to devotional service to earnest seriousness. Every moment is Kartika. In this connection, there is a good example that sometimes a store give a special consciousness to attract new, special concession to attract new customers.
Next.
Continued. But for those who are already customers, there is no need of a special sale. They will be purchased at any cost if they know the important value of the goods. Similarly, those who are pure devotees do not aspire for any concession and out of spontaneous love try to engage themselves in devotional service 24 hours each day, 365 days every year without stoppage.
So this is about Kartik.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now we will talk about Purushottam. Who's left? Vinti.
Sri Krishna recommends in Padma Puran, worshipping him, chanting his holy names, studying Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, offering ghee lamp, Deepa, and giving in charity, best applied to devotees and by preaching Krishna consciousness.
Okay. So I think this is quite doable. जपा करना और भागवतम का एक पन्ना जरूर पढ़ना, गीता या भागवतम, एक घी का दिया ऑफर करना, and donating to Vaishnavas, to the devotees. So it's a good time to donate to the temple. Next.
Srila Prabhupada's devotional program. Several of the items indicated for observing Purushottam month are included in the program for morning and evening that Srila Prabhupada prescribed for the devotees in ISKCON. Waking up early, attending aartis, worshipping and circumambulating Tulsi Devi, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. Thus, by following this program, we are ensured to be already honoring some of the aspects of this particularly auspicious month.
So please give some thought to the greatness of Srila Prabhupada's, his genius, that he built our program in such a way in the temple that ये सारी activities हम सहज रूप से, स्वाभाविक रूप से हमें already practice करा दी गई है करने के लिए. सुबह मंगल आरती उठना, है ना, मंगल आरती का अगर आप ऑनलाइन भी ऑफर कर रहे हो, फॉलो कर रहे हो प्रोग्राम, वेकिंग अप अर्ली उसमें कवर हो रहा है, फिर अटेंडिंग दी आरतीज उसमें ऑटोमेटिकली कवर हो रहा है, और तुलसी आरती में यू हैव टू टेक परिक्रमा ऑफ तुलसी आरती, एंड देन भागवतम की क्लास रोज सुबह होती है. सो द मॉर्निंग प्रोग्राम इज ऑलरेडी टेकिंग केयर ऑफ दैट. सो ये तो एक हमारी दिनचर्या और हैबिट बनी जाती है इफ यू फॉलो श्रील प्रभुपाद्स प्रोग्राम, है ना. उन्होंने शास्त्र के ही मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स को लेकर ऐसा एक इंटीग्रेट कर दिया इन अ प्रोग्राम, सो दैट नाउ इन ISKCON anybody who follows the ISKCON program naturally is getting into the practice of doing it. So follow that. And if you haven't followed it so far, Purushottam Maas is the right time to start doing it. At least doing the 3 aartis, doing pradakshina, parikrama of Tulsi Mata, and reading every day. Okay, next.
Changes bath. If unable to physically bathe in the waters of Mother Ganga, invoke her presence by repeating her name at least 3 times. Ganga, Ganga, Ganga. In this way, Ganga Devi would kindly manifest, and the given bath would be non-different from bathing directly in the waters of Mother Ganga.
Easy? कर सकते हैं ना ये तो? Yes. So bathing early in the morning with this. Next.
General recommendations. Keep celibacy for 1 month. Sleep on the floor, that is optional. Bathe daily before sunrise. Best in a holy place for at least 3 days in a month. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and meditate on Krishna's forms, qualities, and pastimes. Daily chant extra rounds 24, 32, or 64, depending on your possibility. Daily offer ghee lamp to Radha Krishna deities or picture. 33 lamps daily or at least 1 day in a month.
So 33 lamps कम से कम एक दिन जरूर ऑफर करिए in पुरुषोत्तम मास, एक ही दिन में, अगर रोज नहीं कर सकते तो. Okay. Next.
Daily offer Artika and perform parikrama around Tulsi Devi. Daily perform parikrama around the temple 4 times. Daily offer Radha Krishna deities or picture roses, lotus flowers, or 1 lakh tulsi leaves or as many possible.
तो तुलसी की बहुत महत्ता है. तुलसी महारानी की एक तो पूजा करना, उनकी 4 परिक्रमाएं रोज करनी, और तुलसी पत्र भगवान को इस महीने चढ़ाने से वो बहुत ज्यादा प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं. And this is also so doable, isn't it? And doing the morning and evening aartis. Yeah. Next.
General recommendations. Purushottam month is the best for all spiritual advancements because Krishna overlooks all the aparadhs. Daily read Srimad Bhagavatam, especially Lord Brahma's prayers to Krishna. Canto 10, chapter 14. And Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. Recommended to daily chant Shri Jagannathashtakam, Shri Gauragrangya Purushottam, Shri Nandanashtakam, Jai Radha Madhav, and other Radha Krishna bhajans and prayers. Take a vow to remain peaceful and truthful throughout the Purushottam month. Be careful not to blaspheme any devotees, brahmanas, saints, cows, shastras, or people who follow this vrata in the Purushottam month.
Please be very careful of prajalpa. No chit chat, idle chit chat on phone. Okay, with friends. Because when you chit chat, you are talking about someone or something, isn't it? Otherwise, baat hi kaise hogi? If you're not talking about someone or something, isn't it?
True.
So avoid that. अगर किसी के phones आते भी हैं, avoid taking them. Yeah.
Try your best to please Radha and Krishna by performing devotional austerities according to your abilities. Eat on leaf plates, sitting on the floor. Optional. No cutting of hair or nails. Optional. No cooking in oil or rubbing of oil on your body. No eating or rubbing of mustard oil. Daily offer 33 dandavats to Bhagwan Shri Krishna or Vaishnavas.
ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हैं? तेल मत लगाओ, बाल मत काटो, नाखून मत काटो, नीचे सो. It's just to keep your dhyan and attention away from the body. Body को बहुत pamper मत करो. है ना? आज मेरा पार्लर में अपॉइंटमेंट है, अब मुझे बॉडी के लिए मसाज करवानी है. 1 मंथ के लिए बॉडी पे ज्यादा फोकस ना करके अपने हार्ट पे ज्यादा फोकस करें. Just for 1 month. So these activities actually take you away from attention to the body. That's the whole purpose. Simple जो luxuries हैं, बहुत ज्यादा indulge ना करिए body को. Keep life simple. That's all. So you don't have to take it very literally or seriously. Of course, आप तो नीचे बिछा के नहीं सो सकते. इसका मैं भाव बता रही हूँ. What is the भाव for this? That don't be overly concentrating on the comforts of the body. थोड़ा सा comfort zone से बाहर निकले, जितना आपका body आपकी health allow करती है. Eat simple, sleep, minimum. Eat also moderate, talk moderate, and spend more and more time on Krishna and his activities, reading and talking about. Okay? Next.
Diets. Best to eat once a day after sunset or noon. The following diets: only milk, only fruits, no grains, that is selected vegetables, fruits, nuts, milk, selected foods, all categories as per Chaturmas standards. Recitation of the following mantra of Kaundinya Muni is recommended. Govardhana Dharam Vande, Gopalam Goparupinam, Kalo last Kalola
Kalola Savam.
Kalola Govindam Gopika Priyam.
So eat moderate, I would say. Those who are working, maybe once a day may not be possible, but the whole purpose is eat moderate. That's all. Don't indulge yourself. Let's have dessert में क्या है आज, ice cream कौन सी पीनी है, juice कौन सा खाना है, मतलब keep your mind away from too much of the bodily needs. That's all. Please eat well. We don't want to fall down, and then all घर वाले are wondering कि ऐसा क्या इनको पुरुषोत्तम मास के बारे में बता दिया. We don't want to disturb the other family members in the house. है ना कि मैं पुरुषोत्तम मास का व्रत कर रही हूँ तो अब खाना नहीं बनेगा या एक ही टाइम बनेगा. नो, let life in the house go on as normal. लेकिन अपने लिए आप थोड़ा सा moderation रखें. That's all. Next.
Srila Prabhupada quotes and other references. And never neglect to chant your 16 rounds of beads daily. Rise early without fail. Attend Mangal Aarti. Take bath and follow the other regulative principles, and everything will come out very successfully. You can rest assured of that. Srila Prabhupada's letter to Bhargava Das, early June 13. The enthusiastic mood is maintained when everyone is always, without fail, chanting 16 rounds daily, rising early for Mangal Aarti, reading books, preaching. This is again.
So I think Prabhupada ने ये summarize जो कर दिया है, most important is chanting your japa, preferably all in the morning, और जल्दी उठने की कोशिश करें. Please don't be late. सुबह सुबह ही नहा लें और मंगल आरती जरूर अटेंड करने की कोशिश करें. At least for Purushottam Maas. Then you will be enthusiastic. बहुत मुश्किल नहीं होगा. Artificially enthusiasm लाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. And Tulsi Puja is important.
Should I proceed? Hare Krishna.
ये मेरा बार बार पता नहीं क्यों बंद हो जाता है. हाँ जी. How many slides are left, Vinita Amma?
I don't know. Vinti, can you check?
We have done 20 out of 36. We will be reading 21.
Okay. Who
हाँ,
else wants to
we
read?
are on 23rd and total are 35.
36. हाँ,
Right.
10 more
ठीक है.
slides.
कोई और पढ़ना चाहता है?
हाँ जी.
Shall I
Okay.
read?
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada on the importance of the Ganges. There is the story of Vamana who, when he took 3 steps, stuck his foot through the covering of this universe. Water from the casual ocean flowed through the hole that his foot made, and it is said that water became the river Ganges. Therefore, the Ganges is accepted as the most sacred water of Vishnu. From Srila Prabhupada's introduction to Chaitanya Charitamrita.
So गंगा की काफी importance है पुरुषोत्तम मास में. गंगा स्नान जरूर करें by chanting that mantra. गंगा 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 every day without fail. Next.
Tulsi Arti and Parikrama. Simply by seeing, simply by touching, simply by remembering, simply by praying to, simply by bowing before, simply by hearing about, or simply by sowing the tree, there is always auspiciousness. Anyone who comes in touch with the Tulsi tree in the above mentioned ways, lives eternally in the Vaikuntha world. Srila Prabhupada's letter to Radha Vallabha Dasa, Bombay, January 6, 1972. Whoever takes shelter of you has his wishes fulfilled. Bestowing your mercy on him, you make him a resident of Vrindavan. Krishna Das Tulsi Arati song.
Next.
Vaishnav Seva. Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, Chhadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Piyache Keva. Unless one serves the Vaishnav, he cannot be delivered. Chaitanya
Yeah.
Charitamrita Madhya Leela 1.218 PPT. Lord Shiva tells his wife, my dear Parvati, there are different methods of worship, and out of all such methods, the worship of the Supreme Person is considered to be the highest. But even higher than the worship of the Lord is the worship of the Lord's devotees, Padam Puran.
Please note this. है ना? Nobody can serve Krishna directly. भक्त के थ्रू ही कृष्ण मिलते हैं. So भक्तों की सेवा करना is the real secret of serving Krishna. We are not so qualified that we can go directly and serve the Lord. है ना? We are not qualified कि हम Prime Minister बोले हमें Prime Minister से मिलना है. Mr. Modi, give me appointment. No. है ना? We have to do something that Mr. Modi takes notice, and we serve his, his ministers, and then probably he will, say, "Acha, that particular state is doing well. Please arrange a meeting with him." Isn't it? Material world में अगर ऐसा होता है, तो spiritual world में क्यों नहीं होगा? जिनकी वजह से material world बना है. There is always a hierarchy, even in the spiritual world. That's an easy way. और एक इसमें advantage है, when you're serving a Vaishnava, you know whether you are progressing, whether the Vaishnava is pleased. When you're serving the Lord, your mind can always fool you कि आप भगवान बड़े प्रसन्न हैं, भगवान की सेवा बहुत अच्छी कर रहे हैं. Because आपको कोई बताने तो नहीं आ रहा. But when you're serving the Lord's devotees, there is direct interaction with them. And they can, share, you can make out by interacting with them whether you're pleasing them. Isn't it? Yeah, so please do that. Next.
Devotee care. How may I serve you? That is not readable.
Next.
Na? Temple seva. But those who are not doing, for them it is very difficult. Krishna says he gives
Who? क्या मतलब? Those who are not doing what?
Service.
कौन सी service?
Temple seva. Heading is there, na? I don't know.
I think he's talking about Vaishnav seva.
Vaishnav Seva.
Not
But
temple
you
seva.
didn't read that, Meena. Vaishnav Seva read नहीं किया आपने.
कहाँ
अच्छा.
पीछे? कहाँ ऊपर को पढ़ा ही नहीं जा रहा. ये तो पढ़ा ना? नहीं, ये नहीं पढ़ा.
आपने तुलसी आरती एंड परिक्रमा रीड किया, उसके बाद वैष्णव सेवा वाला पेज रह गया.
नहीं वो मैं नहीं कर रही ना शेयर.
ये भी पढ़
पढ़ लिया
चला
ये
रे-
हो गया.
रीड
हो
करो.
गया. नहीं
हाँ,
वैष्णव सेवा पढ़
कर
लिया.
लिया.
हो गया.
हाँ, वैष्णव
अच्छा.
सेवा से ही लिंक्ड है ये कि जो
टेम्पल सेवा पे ही है. हाँ
हाँ वो नहीं
Okay.
करना है तो ये कर दे.
हाँ.
So
but
what are you talking about? By those who are not doing, for them it's very difficult. What?
वैष्णव सेवा.
Yes.
But those who are not doing, for them it is very difficult. Krishna says he gives the prescription that satatam chintyanto.
Satatam chintayanto mam.
हाँ, Bhagavad Gita 9.14. Always thinking of me, man mana bhavo mat bhakto madaji mam namaskaru. Here this is the chance. You come to the temple, engage in the temple service. Naturally, your mind will be absorbed in Krishna. This temple is open not for making a force, just to make this process nivasite atma, always absorbed in Krishna thought. Srila Prabhupada lecture on Srimad Bhagavatam 1.15.33, Los Angeles, December 11, 1973.
So this is when in the initial years the temples ki sthapna ho rahi thi, and we needed people to volunteer at the temple to do services. So temple seva also means Vaishnav seva, isn't it? Because the temple is being run by Vaishnavas. So when you assist them in service, then that is called temple seva. Okay, next.
The greatest charity in the world. As far as charity is concerned, it is plain that charity should be given to the devotees of Krishna who are engaged in his devotional service to spread the Krishna philosophy or Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Krishna consciousness is a benediction to humanity. Lord Chaitanya was appreciated by Rupa Goswami as the most munificent man of charity because love of Krishna, which is very difficult to achieve, was distributed freely by him. So if one gives some amount of his money to persons involving in distributing Krishna consciousness, that charity given to spread Krishna consciousness is the greatest charity in the world.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I
Shall
can
I?
read.
Okay, read, Vinu, read.
Okay, preaching. The Lord himself stated in the Gita 18.68 and 69, for one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, devotional service is guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he. Now will there ever be one more dear?
So जो भी आप सीख रहे हैं पुरुषोत्तम मास के बारे में अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल में अपने ग्रुप्स में भी शेयर कीजिए so that you can save more and more people. वो एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है और ये मिस नहीं होनी चाहिए. So share it with family, friends, everyone. Next.
Benefits of observing Purushottam Vrat. All the holy places in the world come to reside in your body. One
Jai.
who observes Purushottam month with faith and devotion will go back home to serve Radha Govinda eternally in Golok Vrindavan at the end of his life.
Jai. Next.
Purushottam month is worshipped all over the universe of devotees, sages, demigods, and even Lakshmi Devi herself. If one sincerely worships the Lordship, Radha and Krishna in the Purushottam month, he attains everything, all pious credit and virtues. Purushottam month is the best month for spiritual advancement because in this highly auspicious month, Lord Krishna overlook all the aparadhas. Devotional practice during the month is said to bring to offenders the chance to be forgiven. One who observes Purushottam Vrat burns up the reaction of all his bad karmas and attain the direct service of Sri Radha and Krishna.
Isn't that great? How nice is that? It burns up all your aparadhs. Yeah, next. I think khatam hai ye iske baad.
Benefits. Of all the month of the year, the month of Kartik or Damodar is 100 times more than the ordinary months. And this Purushottam month comes once in 3 years, is 1000 times powerful than the Kartik month.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this is great opportunity to chant and do some devotional service, to offer some lamps to Krishna and like that increase the devotional service or to start it. It is said that by observing the Purushottam month, you can live happily and peacefully in this life, and when this life is over, you go back to the planet of Krishna in the spiritual world.
Jai Ho. Next.
Just
Anybody else wants to read? सबका हो गया?
Yes.
हाँ जी.
हाँ, सभी
सबका.
को.
हाँ.
अंजलि,
अंजलि आप पढ़ना चाह रहे हो?
हाँ जी.
Okay.
हाँ, पढ़.
Just as Krishna is the supreme among all incarnations, Purushottam is the supreme and holiest among all the months. The glories of Purushottam month, based on authoritative bona fide Vedic scriptures from Padma Puran and Skanda Puran. First, Lord Shri Krishna declares, Purushottam month has all the power I have to bless its observer.
Yeah.
One who follows Purushottam Vrat will destroy all his past sinful reactions. Without performing Purushottam Vrat, one cannot perform pure devotional service. The value of Purushottam month is far more valuable than all other types of austerities and religious activities mentioned in the Vedas. Anyone who observes Purushottam Vrat will return to my abode, Goloka, at the end of his life. Durvasa Muni pronounces, just by bathing in a holy river during Purushottam month, one becomes sinless. The glory of all other months is not equal to 1/16 of the glory of the Purushottam month. By bathing in a holy place, giving charity, and chanting the holy name of Krishna during Purushottam month, all miseries are destroyed and one attains all kinds of perfection and fulfills all his desire. Third, Valmiki Muni remarks, by observing Purushottam Vrat, one attains more benefit than performing 100 horse sacrifices. All holy places live within the body of a Purushottam month Vrat.
Vrati. Hello.
I think it's
Narad Muni, yes,
व्रती
अच्छा,
तक आप स्टक हो गए थे
आप ना हाँ, we could not hear you.
okay. So I'll
All
read the
holy
third one
places से
again.
पढ़िए. हाँ जी, नहीं वो last line of third.
Anyone who faithfully.
Last. Okay. Third, Valmiki Muni remarks, by observing Purushottam Vrat, one attains more benefit than performing 100 horse sacrifices. All holy places live within the body of a Purushottam month Vrati. Anyone who faithfully performs Purushottam Vrat will go to Goloka Vrindavan. Fourth, Narad Muni vocalizes, Purushottam month is the best of all months, vratas and austerities. Just by faithfully hearing the glories of Purushottam month, one attains Krishna Bhakti and immediately nullifies his sinful reactions. One who performs Purushottam Vrat properly will attain unlimited Sukriti and go to the spiritual world. Nemisaranya sages,
Unitedly speak.
Nemisaranya sages unitedly speak, merciful Purushottam month acts like a desire tree to fulfill a devotee's desire. How to conclude the Purushottam Vrata? Worship Radha Govind and chant this mantra. O Supreme Lord, O Sanatan, O Purushottam, O Lord Hari, I offer my obeisances unto you. May you and your beloved Srimati Radhika please accept my offerings. I offer my repeated obeisances unto Radha Shyam Sundar, who wears effulgent yellow garments on his beautiful body. Offer Pushpanjali and Dandavat to Radha Shyam. Give charity and feed to Brahmins to the best of your ability. Dates will be July 18th, that is tomorrow, till August 16th. So explicit. Itna clearly.
Nice.
Very nice. I mean, and so simple also. So simplified.
That's so important. We would have missed it. We would have missed it अगर ये हमें नहीं कोई बताता तो. We would have taken it very ordinarily. So one is now going to be more mindful of what we do in this month. है ना, बहुत ज्यादा ट्रैवल ना करें, इवन इफ इट इज ये तीर्थ यात्रा वो तीर्थ यात्रा, बिकॉज ट्रैवल जब हम करते हैं तब भी हम बहुत बॉडी कॉन्शियस रहते हैं, है ना. मेरी नीड्स, मेरा खाना पीना, मेरा सोना, मेरा कमरा, मेरा ये मेरा वो, एवरीथिंग